I feel like I was DJing for 15 to 20 years in New York City, and it got to a point where it became repetitive and robotic to me, and feeling like, like I wasn't getting anything more creative out of it. So probably 6, 7 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, I started painting again. And it sounds cliche, but when the paintbrush hit the canvas, it was like mind blown. And I knew from that point on that I wanted to paint for the rest of my life. My name's Terry Urban. I'm from San Clemente, California, and I'm a painter. I've been an artist most of my life. It's been put on the back burner at times, trying to get a job and pay rent. So I feel like in the past probably 10 years, I've put it to 100% as being an artist and actually getting paid for doing it. I think a huge inspiration for me is music, and most of my paintings titles are song titles or lyrics from songs that I love. I feel like growing up as a kid and, a teenager, an angsty teenager, I love skateboard graphics. They were so influential to me to where I would draw them on my middle school books or my notepads or even on walls and stuff like that, or even graffiti. My style of artwork now has been heavily influenced by like Western culture, but my style might change a month from now and do something else too, because I'm very all over the place when it comes to imagery and stuff like that. But I would say most of my stuff could be abstract expressionism, it could be neo-expressionism, it could be minimal, it could be anything. So my style flips constantly. So when people ask me that, I just say like, oh, it's modern. I feel like New York was this learning process, learning curve, becoming a man and striving for greatness and surviving basically. But also I was partying a lot and my artwork tended to be a little bit more darker. So when I moved to the West Coast, to California, I feel like a lot of my stuff got a lot more colorful. You're starting to see horses, horseshoes, cowboys, Native American, cowgirls, all kinds of stuff like that, cactuses and whatnot. And so you've seen a lot more Western imagery. Blue collar background, Cleveland native. I feel like Cleveland is the soul of me, hardworking individuals, not much there to do, blue collar, down to earth people, but I feel like that city, I don't feel like it. That city, Cleveland, raised me. So it's always going to be the soul of my paintings. The most challenging part of creating a new piece is actually having the mental imagery in your brain, or your subconscious, whatever the case may be, and then putting it into an actual physical property, like on canvas, That is the toughest part. I feel like getting into the creative process for me, usually it's mental first, and then I will jot it down or draw it on a sketchbook or iPad. So it kind of warms me up into this creative process before I get into an actual large-scale painting. I feel like the imagery that's put into the piece has symbolic meaning to it, whether it be the man on the horse or the woman on the horse. And then in the background, there might be a butterfly or a rose of some sort, but all of it has some kind of symbolic meaning to it, which is collaged into a whole painting. As far as creative blocks, they can last for days to months, I feel like you have to have a good work ethic. You have to strive to make something better and better and better as an artist. Or you just take a break and maybe go surf, maybe go take a hike, maybe meditate, and hopefully that'll lead you into another creative process. I think the biggest take I want from people to like about my artwork is that they are influenced by it. I think that's the hugest thing for me, is people being influenced by my work and wanting to hang it in their house or their apartment or in their office space. Art is a lot of things to me. It's therapy. It saved my life. It's a way I express myself. It's definitely changed my life completely, and I'm grateful to have it, and I'm grateful for people to actually respect and adore my artwork, I guess you would say. So